Hello and welcome. I have been living with a gray, cold, industrial balcony for far too long. So today we are going to do a full balcony makeover. The balcony has so much potential. It is very big and it's part of the reason why we wanted to live in this apartment. It has a beautiful view. It's just so uninviting currently. So it is time to make some changes. I'm feeling very inspired by French terraces. I normally love to decorate with color, but I really want to lean into a very elegant black and white feel and then bring in some color through plants and flowers. I also need to solve for this big opening in the side where for some reason the walls don't meet. And it's a large enough hole that my chihuahua could literally fall through. So we're gonna fix that. Let's get started. I love these floor tiles from IKEA. They are just like all of my inspo images with the diamond pattern, but even for IKEA, these are not cheap. I tried to make the math work for me 100 different ways to try to justify these, but they're actually 4 times the cost of these tiles that come in black and they come in this creamy white color as well. So I think I can mix the two and create a similar look and really save on the cost. There is a calculator on IKEA's website that I used to figure out how many tiles I would need, and this worked out perfectly to guess the correct amount. So recommend using that to figure out how many you would need. They just click into place, so it's actually quite simple. I originally wanted to rotate the orientation to create that true diamond pattern rather than a checkerboard, but as I am looking around at all of the edges that I'm going to need to cut out, and the material is like this really thick plastic, it is just not gonna be worth it, so I switched it back. We're gonna go with the checkerboard. However, I am going to cut out pieces of the tile so that I can push it up flush against these railings. I think that will just look nicer. Plus, I know that on one level my dog can't slip through the underneath these holes, but on another level, I cannot stop worrying about it. So this will also add a good inch of height, which will make me feel better. Again, the plastic is really thick, so you're going to need a saw of some sort to cut through it. The only saw-like tool I have right now is the saw attachment for my Dremel. It's basically like this little baby saw that you can screw onto the rotary tool. And it honestly worked fine. If I had a miter saw, I think that would have been a little bit better, but I just had to go over it a couple times and we were in business. Here is where things are starting to get really good. I was in the trash room in my building, and to my delight, I discovered someone was throwing away this little table because it was broken. And I think I can absolutely fix it. I brought it upstairs, I cleaned it, sanded it down, and then I went to work on the broken leg. I applied a layer of wood glue and then clamped that on and left it for a few hours. When I came back, I just nailed in a couple of nails for support to really keep it in place, and it's good as new. I am so thrilled. I had some leftover paint from my kitchen, then I painted it white, and then I applied quite a few layers of polyurethane so it could withstand the weather, especially because I was using interior paint for the white, and we have a free table. I also lucked out with these precious chairs that I found on Facebook Marketplace. My issue with patio furniture is that it's all so uncomfortable, and I liked that these have a cushion and it has a wide, deep seat. I went to work cleaning these and they were literally another color underneath the layers of dirt and grime that I did not expect. I thought they were cream and they were a pure white chair. I bought them with the intention of replacing the cushion, but I actually like the white more than I thought, and I'm trying to really keep costs down on this project, so I'm going to keep them at least for now. Now to deal with this wall. I don't know why this wall bugs me so much. I could have just left it, but it just feels again so like concrete to me, so I do want to cover it. And then this is also where that hole is that my dog can slip out. So I went to the hardware store and I found some trellis. It is made out of this like thick plasticky material. So again, I'm gonna use my Dremel saw attachment here to cut down the sides and get it to the proper shape. There is also an outlet on this wall, so I cut a little hole around that so I could push the trellis up against the wall, and then I used command strips to hold it in place. We are starting to really get there. I picked up a few plants and I need everyone's prayers because I do not have a green thumb. As you can see, if you look at my dime shrub in the background, which don't look too closely, please give me tips because these little guys are so pretty and I want to do my best to keep them alive so I don't have to keep replacing my plants. I also had to try to find options that would withstand the Chicago winds. I am pretty high up in my building, so they need to survive like 60-mile-per-hour winds and me as their caretaker. We already owned this Adirondack chair, so I am going to use it, but don't buy one of these things. They are not comfy. I wish I had some sort of loungy couch, but again, I'm trying to do this very low cost, so maybe one day, but for now, we have these chairs. I think we've just gone a little too far with the Christmas lights draped over the railings, especially if you're using the multicolor set. I know other people love them because I see them on all of the nearby buildings. They're just not for me. So I opted to get a few lanterns from the at-home store. And then I also picked up a little pillow from there and a few little plate stands as well. For the grand reveal, this was the before. And this is the after. I am really obsessed with it. I love sitting out here in the mornings and the evenings and drinking coffee and working. I am thrilled that I was able to salvage some furniture from the trash, use what I already had to make this space really livable and functional and something that I'm actually going to use frequently. I think that our balconies are one of those spaces, kind of like garages, that are very easy to neglect, and they can be true extensions of our home. Thank you so much for watching.